Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. Last week I was talking about how people were finally excited that fall was here. And I mentioned pumpkin spice, which again, I am a big pumpkin fan. I don't get excited about the fact that I can now get pumpkin spice at whatever month it debuts. I think it debuts now in like September. Or at least I think the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks does. I don't know. I know the blizzard treat, the pumpkin blizzard, I think it's pumpkin pie blizzard at Dairy Queen now comes in September. Again, I I don't care that much. But we were out eating a couple of 2-3 weeks ago in Indiana, a restaurant we go to all the time after football games, called the Other Pub in Lafayette, Indiana. It's just near where we play football at the high school, and near where my sister-in-law and her family lives, and they like to go there. And all the boys, 13, 13, still 17 and 19, like wings. And, sometimes they'll get them, sometimes they won't. I mean, a couple weekends ago, my 13-year-old got ribs. I was joking about ribs because I don't eat them, and he ended up getting them and cleaning off a whole full rack. But what really triggered me was on their specials board for the day was pumpkin spice wings. And half the table went, ooh. And the other half the table went, huh. Now, nobody actually got the wings pumpkin spice. They stayed with the traditional barbecue and the traditional Parmesan garlic, I think, is one of theirs. But they got the sauce just to test it. And everybody was saying it really didn't taste a lot like pumpkin. It had a lot of cinnamon and apple spice to it. So it was kind of a, sure, pumpkin spice, if you want to call it that. There may be some pumpkin flavoring in it. But more, again, apple and honey and cinnamon, which makes for a decent sounding glaze. I don't know if I'd call it pumpkin spice. And again, I didn't even want to try the glaze because, again, I wouldn't eat pumpkin spice wings to begin with. Not because I don't like pumpkin spice, but because I'm not a big wings fan. But it was interesting. Like, okay, that's something unique, that's something different. And if you're crazy about pumpkin spice, well, nothing says pumpkin spice like wings. I was hoping somebody'd get it. Nobody was that bold. But it's funny how there are people who are, give me all the pumpkin you can. Give me, all those fall flavors. Hey, we were touching on this last week. But there's something funny about wings. I understand we were eating wings back in the probably late 70s. We used to go play backgammon at a place that was in an old shop. It was an old grocery store. They turned into a backgammon parlor, I know. The trend was happening then. And their big deal was, I think it was dollar pitchers of beer and nickel wings. Now, when you're a poor, soon-to-be college student coming out of high school, and we could drink, by the way, so we could drink a pitcher of beer at 18. You're going to tell me a pitcher of beer, even though it's horrible beer, for $1, and wings for 5 cents a piece? So if you ate 20 wings, it's $1. So you could get drunk and have wings for $2? Now, I realize 1970s money, but still. And I enjoyed them for what they were, but I've never been a fan. I prefer the boneless wings, which are really just kind of like little drumettes, but even then, I'd rather have something else. They don't fill me up enough. I'd have to have too many. That's another topic for another day. But wings are something that, man, you either love or you hate. And the sauces and the flavors and just, oh my gosh, everybody just goes crazy with that stuff. I understand. I like different sauces. I like different flavors. And I think maybe there are too many choices. Maybe that's the problem. Back next week, Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, still the home to all of our Road Warrior videos. We're also on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. Again, do not care where you watch. Love it when you do. Hope you come back every week for us. Comments are beloved. Likes are encouraged. We're supposed to beg you for all that stuff. I just don't get fancy and throw it up on screen with catchy graphics or anything like that. I don't want to work that hard. And if you've even reached this point in the blog anyway, come on, let's be honest. Back next week. See ya. Thanks.